everybody. Thanks for coming. It's good to see y'all. There's a lot of you today. Sweet. Let's do, while we're in this tuning, let's do nothing. I'll just tune this up. Although I should try that guitar, yeah. Oh, yeah. That's a real guitar. Guitars aren't cool till they're beat up. pedals are acting differently. The pedals are squashed. They're.
You want to split the difference? I can go to 3.
Oh yeah. Let's try it. Let's try that and see if these react a little better. We'll try that. Let's try that. Okay. Let's do. We know blind faith, right? Yeah, I think we should do it. I wouldn't mind doing just. Can we just do the bridge of just the downside? Just take it right at the. Take a chance along that part. Let's just start with a bam, bam. Let's just take it there. take this job and shove it. I ain't working. Sometimes I just get the urge. That's a great song, though. All right. Cool. I think that'll work. So you have that thing on right now, and if no, I mean, but for overall that was on. And if it's weird, it could be one of those things where if I get in my head, and I'm having one of those shows, and I'm like, just if I do, let me see, what's the signal be to turn it back off? All right. Is that? Yeah, that's okay. The stomp. It looked like the stomp might have been kind of half unplugged, but it's good. And it's working. Did you check it? Just the notification we had to make when I stuck your cap. Okay. All right. Cool. Right on. Cool. Hi, everybody. Hi. Welcome to the meet and greet festivities party, whatever this is. All right. This is when. I turn it over to you guys. Do you guys have any questions? Don't be shy.
Do you bring your resonator with you? And is there a chance we might hear Traveling Riverside Blues tonight?
I do bring my resonator, and if you want, I might be able to play a few bars of that tonight. I'll do it as an intro to something, like yeah. It's
Nice.
been a while.
All right, maybe the trooper for the trooper.
Maybe, if we do the trooper. I don't know. I don't have a clue what we're doing. Just kind of wing it at that part of the show.
Nice, good. Thank
Anybody who's seen it a few times knows that the acoustic part is always kind of a, what's he gonna do? I usually don't know until I pick up the guitar. Just read the room. So yeah.
So blues.
All right.
What about Lover?
Did Lover last night.
Oh.
Yes. I can maybe play a few bars of it tonight. Then people who would be opposed to that. Would you be opposed to? Where is she? There she is. Oh yeah. I mean, you probably want to hear it again, right? Stand up and shout. I'll do an acoustic version of that. That would be nice, like as a ballad. Stand up and shout. Stand up and let it out. I know what you're thinking. No, I'm not gonna do that. All right. Starlight, yeah, maybe a little Starlight. All right. Which one? Same.
I don't know if it's just me, like, wishful thinking, but I feel like on this last album, there was a little bit more of, like, fusion, like, stuff from, like, Mayfield 4 vibe.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't hear in some of the other albums.
No, you're done. If you put Z and I together and we make a rock record, it's going to have the elements of Mayfield 4, yeah. I don't even think it was intentional. It was just kind of like, well, we're going to rock again. And that's just kind of like, there's something about the way he puts his beats to that thing. It just,
I didn't know, I didn't look into it enough to know.
No, that's a good call. That's a good call. Yeah, very good. Yeah, there's definitely differences how I write the music, and some because with the other bands, it's with Mark and I writing in that context, and with Slash and I writing, so you've got collaborators starting at the ground. Well, to a point. I mean, that's with AB now. I mean, Mark and I kind of each of us bring in like our tunes, and then and the whole band kind of puts in their ideas for the arrangements and whatnot. But it's still, that sound just creates that I mean, just having putting all four heads together creates that sound. With Slash and I, yeah, it's different because he'll send me a music bed, and then I'll put a melody to it and a lyric to it. And with this, I'm coming up with the chord progressions and the riffs and whatnot, and then these guys come up with their, their parts. So it's just you have different ingredients, you know. It's like making a rock and roll stew, and you have different input, different vibes, and it just helps create that. Yeah, but I'm definitely, it's a different mindset between all three for me. You know, even the lyrical content. With Slash, it tends to be more stories. I'm telling him, I've said this a few times now, I've never been, like in Anastasia, that's not autobiographical. I've never run from the law to Mexico. Not yet. Hasn't happened yet. But
you might.
yeah. But yeah, it's this is more personal. Yeah, their content.
Was the push-pull pod on your telly, the treble roll-up? Here,
Yeah, that's okay.
was that something you've done on previous tellies, like the black one you played on first for a while, or is that one of those false things? And what's the value of that cat?
You know what? I knew you were going to ask that. And I knew what that value was. That's a great. I love it. I love the technical questions. That actually was, push-pull, for splitting like humbuckers, right? And the single coil. And I thought, well, what if you pulled it and it just cut the top end? Because with the T-style, you got that top end, right? And I was like, what about when I'm in a situation where I just need it really fast and I don't want to roll it off? So what I said to Paul and Rich and Bev was like, well, could we make it so that set it so where it would be if you turned it like just over halfway down, like split the difference, and then they're like, yeah, but I just wanted it to affect that pickup, so that way you could switch to the neck pickup and would still have that top end to it if I want to do something kind of, have that shimmer. But as far as like the value of that pot, do we have any idea what that is? Yeah. 500s? That's kind of what sticks in my head too. But, yeah. But you have to put it with the flex capacitor. Joking. Did you know, this is a true story about a flex capacitor if you've ever seen Back to the Future. And I found this out through Dave Cobb when we were doing the last Slash record in Nashville. And Dave's a great producer. And he said that the flex capacitor is actually a part of like an old multi-track machines. So when they pulled that out, that's actually it's not something they just made up. The flex capacitor actually exists. So that surprised me. Useless information.
Can you tell us a little bit about why you turn a roll out? Beautiful song, and can you go around the relationship?
Yeah, sure. I mean, I guess the cat's kind of out of the bag. I kept it quiet for a while. I didn't really want to, I don't know, I just felt comfortable talking about it for some reason. Yeah, I mean, it was written, I guess it was just kind of my way of working through when he passed away. He was just such an influence on so many of us from that generation, I remember Z and I, when we were kids, we remember hearing, we lived in Spokane, and there's this band Soundgarden, and you heard they just got signed to A&M, and check out this record, and we were just like, wow, this is really good. We were even covering a handful of their songs back in the late 80s as kids, And then fast forward, just under 10 years later, and at the time he was married to Susan Silver, and she took the band I was part of, Mayfield 4, and took us under her wing, and we got a record deal, and then met Chris through her. They represented Soundgarden and Alice in Chains. And it was just a huge honor, And Chris was great. I mean, he was very cool, but he was also just an important figure, like him and Jeff Buckley and those guys. And that during that time, a lot of us looked at people like that as inspiration. And I thought it would be interesting. Not interesting, that's the word, but not an appropriate way to articulate what I was trying to say with that lyric. I needed to write that lyric just to work through that losing somebody of that stature. And but it was really the idea, if you could tell them what their legacy means and will continue to mean to a lot of people, because it does. Those songs that they were a part of, any artist that's created a body of work that has a certain gravity to it will carry on. That's the beauty of music. So,
He would love it. Great
well,
job.
thank you.
Got two more. So back to your signature guitar. I actually have the black one here.
Oh, nice.
I love it. I became a PRS full service this year, so this was my first present for myself.
Amazing.
Yeah, I want to know which of the colors. I know you just came up with some new ones. Which is your favorite? Because I had a tough time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's tough. Well, now that apparently I think they've discontinued the black, so I think so. So hold on to that one. Did they? I have to have a talk. I'm gonna have to have a talk. Damn inflation. Okay, good. I don't know. You know what? I'm really fond of this one now. Not that it's new and it's a shame, but it does look really good. The gold. Yeah, they just put that up. But I also really like the natural and the green. Well, obviously the green. Yeah, the green one. That's the signature color. But I don't. I have one at home. I needed that because I used for all the stuff that a lot of the stuff I submitted for the Alter Bridge demos. I tuned down a full step on a lot of those, so I needed to set up a guitar for basically, yeah, it wouldn't work here. It's just too heavy. So yeah.
One last thing is when can we see an amp shaking your
I don't know if there'll be an amp.
Play diesel.
I do play Diesel, and I'm totally loyal to them. They've been so for the last 20 years, just yeah, ride or die. They've been amazing. So I'll probably part of the sound. Yeah. I'm gonna get. Yeah.
I was late to the Alter Bridge thing. I don't know how I missed it, but I see it Levon on YouTube videos back whenever that was 2018, 2019. And I'm like, my daughter, I'm like, you gotta see this guy. Like, have you ever heard of him? I think he's new. She said, wait a minute. He sings for Alter Bridge. I'm like, who's that? I don't know how I missed it from 2003 or whatever, 15 years, but anyway, that's not a question. But thank you for putting on what I call an affordable luxury by having these beat freaks. Like, it's good to be here.
Well, I'm glad to hear that. I hope that you enjoy it, because it is something that I do like. This I like getting to talk to you and hopefully you seeing kind of how the sausage is made. Like you're like, it's not very glamorous. And trust me, none of this is glamorous, but it's great. It's the best. I highly recommend it.
What do you mean? You won an award.
That's true. We did. We won the Certificate of Achievement in Flint, Michigan, for having the most gear by a three-piece band. We could barely fit in that place. But yeah. One more? Anybody have
When's the last time you watched the masterpiece Rockstar?
a masterpiece rockstar? I don't know. A long time. And in the part where I come on, I just stop.
That's the best part.
I can't.
It's possible.
Yeah, I have a hard time. Yeah, with that part. It's so silly. But people are like, and someone actually said this recently. They're like, man, have you ever considered acting? I mean, you were really your acting in that was great. And I'm like, that wasn't acting. That was just seriously some guy from Spokane who was just giddy to be asked to be part of a movie. And so all that, just exuberance was sincere. They're like, can someone rein him in, please? Mark Wahlberg, I think he was concerned. He was like, please keep him away from my trailer. You know what? So when we finished shooting, someone said, you could buy the leather outfit. Because mine was leather. It wasn't real leather. For $200, I think it was like $200. I said, no, I'll never wear that. I wish I would have. Because I would wear it here. Oh, okay. All right, well, cool. Well, thank y'all for coming. We're gonna do some pictures. I always say this, if I do the fist bump. It's not that I don't like shaking hands, just that shaking hands and guitar playing at this point in life don't go together very well. So, thank y'all for coming. We'll see you in a few.
Beautiful.